Hey guys, it is Stacy Shiflett here, and I am part of Team Rise and Shine. And thank you guys so much for being here and having some curiosity. Because, in all honesty, my topic is going to be to share just kind of a day in the life of what I do and how I coach. Because I think one of the magical questions is, I want to do it, but I don't know if I have time to do it. And before I dig into everything, I want you guys to know that I am 39 years old as of the 22nd, and mom of two. I have a 9-year-old. He's in third grade. I have a 3-year-old. She is sassy pants and in preschool. A husband of 12 years, but together for 21 years. I also part-time hairstyle up at a local hair salon that I've been at for 13 years already, which is just really weird in itself to actually be like, I've been at the same salon for 13 years. But I'm going to share a couple of things with you. I'm just going to share with you briefly a day in the life, and then something that's really cool about what I learned through hairdressing and also through this business. So number one, you are exactly where you're supposed to be. The universe has brought you here for a reason. And I do believe in that. I'm that type of person that if there's a tug at your heart and there's been curiosity, something brought you here, something greater than maybe what you know right now. But that's kind of how it was for me. I had a tug at my heart, and it started with health and wellness. And I wanted to get healthy, and I wanted to get happy, and I wanted to lose weight. I also had to be a survivor because my father had committed suicide in 2002, and I really didn't know how to live my life without him. And I was looking for that platform, and I was looking for that purpose, and I was looking for that place that I could just start waking up and being more present with my life. Because truth be told, it was a really hard road to get back from being so down and so sad from losing my compass. He was my guidance. He was my roadmap. He was my go left, go right. He was my everything. And he was one of the big reasons why I decided to coach. And that's a whole nother topic. But before I get emotional on that, a day in the life for me is I'm a mom first. I am always a mom first. And then I'm a hairstylist. And then I'm a coach. But I'm actually more of a coach now because I have completely fallen in love with this. And my ultimate goal is to make this my full-time career so I can be home with my children. But for now, a day in the life does look like this. I wake up in the morning and I plug into my accountability team, which I now run. And I used to be a challenger myself for many years. I will wake up. I will do personal development. I will have my cup of coffee. I will give thanks to the things that I'm grateful for, which I never did before this opportunity because I didn't learn until this to put myself first. And this is one of the key things about coaching is to literally, it's just to take care of yourself. I think sometimes when we want to get into this business aspect, we think it has to be so incredibly huge, and it's just not. It's just one of those things that are just so simple. And if you just lean into taking care of yourself, and simply sharing that, that's where you're going to find your secret sauce. Okay. So I get up, I read my personal development. I chime right in with my accountability team. I work out, I focus on a program. I follow the nutrition program. Sometimes I might slip up because I'm a human being, but for the most part, I do follow it because it's kept me really healthy and really happy. I get my kids ready for school, pack their lunches in the morning, get them dressed, brush their teeth. Ryan goes off to the school bus, and my husband currently, because his job is allowing him to be home in the mornings, where my husband really has a job where it's crazy hours or it's no hours. So a lot of times I could be the single mom without the single mom paycheck because I do a lot of it while he's at work working crazy hours. But thankfully, right now, we're in a position where he's actually home in the mornings. I just don't have him late at night, which kind of stinks. But I have to kind of rely a lot on myself and just kind of use him as my backup tool, if that makes sense, because of the way his schedule runs. So on top of all of that, I'm running the ship. I'm cooking, I'm cleaning, I'm meal prepping. I'm doing everything moms do. I pull my hair out. I clean toilets. I go to the hair salon and I, help people make them feel pretty and do their hair and engage in conversation. I do everything that you do And then I was like, how am I going to do coaching? How am I going to integrate this? Like, I don't need one more thing on my plate. But what I needed was I needed to stay in a community of like-minded people. And I needed to stay connected to this like energy source that just fed my soul, and it still feeds my soul every single day. So a day in the life is pockets of time. Pockets of time is how I build my business. And I will use the example that I actually did today. I went to the dentist, and I sat in the waiting room, for example, and the lady at the front desk was like, you have about 15 minutes. She's running a little behind. I was like, that's fine. No big deal. I can work my business on my cell phone. So I went up and got a piece of paper, and I made 20 tally marks, and I reached out to 20 people on my fitness page and thanked them. It took me like 10 minutes, and then I went in and got my teeth cleaned. That was a pocket of time. I could have been sitting there playing Candy Crush. No hate on Candy Crush, but what I saw was the opportunity to help my family grow in our financial stability and our comfort and keep my business running. So right there was a pocket of free time. When I'm in the hair salon, you guys, my first priority obviously is the clients. So if there's a color client, for example, and they're processing, I have this little gap of 20 minutes, I will go sit down in the hallway and I will follow up with my challengers, or I will reach into my challenge group and just chime in and cheer some people on. Or I might just sit there and go ahead and prep my pages for the very next day. It just depends on how much time I have and what I actually have to do. So one thing that I love, I'm a big list person. So the night before, I actually purge out on paper everything that I have to do. Home life, salon life, my business life. That way I don't think about it. And it doesn't keep me like the mind racing thing. I don't know if you're a mind racing mom like me, but that actually eliminates it. And then I love crossing off a list. It makes me feel like I am prioritizing, I'm keeping my duckies in a row, and whatever doesn't get accomplished, I move to the very next day, because the best part is that you are the CEO, you are the commander in chief. So whatever you do for the day. And it really just depends on how hard you want to hustle for what you're going for, because everybody in here is going to be a coach for a different reason. Okay. My reason is to bring myself home. Some other people, it just might be to have their Shakeology paid for, or just to get, $50 extra for diapers. There is no downplay in any goal. Just work towards it and find those pockets of time. When my kids come home from school, I am very organized about making sure they do their homework, they do their, they eat their dinner, they put their pajamas on, or take a bath if it's bath night. And then when all that is done, I put them to bed, and then I can finish a little bit more of work if I didn't get it done in those little pockets that we talked about, for example, at the hair salon, or if you're at the waiting office in the dentist office, or if you're sitting there with an oil change, you can prop out your stuff. I bring my business everywhere with me. What I also love too is if I get off work early and I have an hour and a half to kill before I actually have to pick up the kids at daycare, I'll go run over to a local coffee house, grab a cup of coffee, sit down, and just laser focus and not do squirrel moments and just get it done. So much can be built when you just put your perception on it. So the takeaway that I want you guys to focus on right now is that, number one, you do this business because it'll keep you accountable for your own health and wellness needs. That's number one. Number two, if you have a job like I do, make sure you balance the two. It's really important. So that business activity tracker that we have that helps all of our coaches is going to be a really key piece of paper for you, because that's going to keep all your ducks in a row. And then you can prioritize what's important, what's really not important, and what's going to move your business forward today, and what can be pushed over to the very next day. And you're going to learn all that, In the beginning, I wasn't so scheduled, and I wasn't so organized. I just kind of fell into it. So my advice for you is, when you're starting off, and you're doing these pockets of time, number one, don't be upset that you're on your phone, because a lot of women will feel guilty that they're on their phone all the time. And I learned this in a call from one of our coaches, Danielle Natoni. You can be sitting there at a football game while your kid is playing football, and you can work your business a little bit while they're watching or while they're playing football. It is okay. You're not playing Candy Crush. You're not just having a random phone chat and shooting the breeze with somebody. You are actually providing a better future for your families. And these little things that you do every day, whether it's 10 minutes after you do your workout to send 5 invitations because you only have that 10-minute span, or you have 1 hour and you can go to a coffee house because you got off work early, or your husband decides to take the kids to go play at the park and you say, you know what, I'm going to devote family time tomorrow. Today, for this time that you're gone at the park, I'm going to do this. It's not bad to take care of yourself. I have built this in pockets of time and I have eliminated my guilt. If something is happening, I know to make up for it. And I always schedule Sundays as catch up and family time. I don't do anything Beachbody related except for posting on Facebook, and I show up there and my Instagram posts, and that is it. I play catch up. I do my team calls. I have 2 calls on Sunday, but the rest of the day, honestly, it's not, I don't do it. And I think that's what gets me really ramped up to get back in and do the rat race again, because I love this. And I'll tell you what, even if nothing happened, I'd still work this business because it provides my family with the best version of me. So pockets of time is how I build this business. And the secret is this: don't quit when you think it's not working. That's my biggest piece of advice that I can give you. Don't quit while you think it's not working. Because just like in the hair salon, I started off with my license, a brand new stylist, and I had nobody. I would come in, I would look at my book expecting this big book to be filled and people down from left and right of my schedule, and I had nobody. But I showed up every single day and I kept showing up. And when I had somebody, I gave them the best love and everything I could give them because I wanted to. I wanted to serve and I wanted them to feel their worth. And then over time, 13 years later, I have this steady book, right? It's the way you're going to build your business when you start off. You're not going to see things moving and grooving, but I'm going to tell you, if you keep pumping the well and showing up in these little baby pockets of time, you might think nothing is happening, but something is happening. I can guarantee you that. So pockets of time, staying organized, purging out a list the night before, writing it all down, all of those things is how this mom of 2 handles her business while working another job. So if I can do it, you can do it. And how I stay so connected all the time through these little pockets of time, just through these brief examples that I gave you, is I know my why. I know why I'm doing this business and I know why it's super important to me. So with that being said, it's kind of a no-brainer for me because I would much rather skip the episode of the Kardashians on Sunday night to take that whole hour to provide another extra $50 to $100 to $500 to $1,000, in the whole month for my family. That's how I see it. And it's worth it. And it's worth you feeling good too. So, take out that TV time. If you find an extra hour, go to the coffee house. If you're getting a pedicure, you can, hook up to your laptop and get it done. Or if you are sitting in the Target parking lot because you're just sitting there, connect with somebody. But here's the thing. When you ask the universe to help you find the pockets, you're going to find the pockets. It's kind of like when you're looking for a new car, right? Maybe you never saw a Nissan Quest minivan like I did ever on the road. The second you said, I'm going to get a Nissan Quest, you start seeing them all over the place. Like my husband's like, I never saw them. And I'm like, yeah, now you see them all the time, right? It's because your perception and your focus is on finding it. So you will find it. You just have to start. So remember, pumping the well slowly, whether it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever it is, you're going to find that it's going to be well worth the pump and well worth your wait. Hustle for what your joy and your dreams are asking you, because I'm telling you, this business is so gratifying in more ways than one, that if this busy mom of 2 can do it with another job, so can you. Questions or concerns, drop a comment below or write somewhere in this group page. But we are so thankful that you're with us. We're so thankful that you are curious, and we're here for you. We're here to help you. We're here to show you that this is real. We're here to show you that there's a major possibility and a major opportunity. and you're looking into it. And that is exciting. So I wish you guys a great rest of your day. Take good care. Bye, guys.